Assume that 12 jurors are randomly selected from a population in which 86% of the people are Mexican Americans. Refer to the probability distribution table below and find the indicated probabilities. So I'm just going to copy this table over into an Excel sheet. I will have this X, and this is the probability P of X. Oops. P of X. The first question says, find the probability of exactly 5 Mexican Americans among the 12 jurors. So exactly 5, that means we're going to look for the number 5. And the probability of that number 5 is 0.0004. So the way you read this table is, for example, the probability of 0, P of 0 is 0. P of X equals 1 is 0. P of X equals 5 is 0.0004. P of X equals 6 is 0.0028, and etc. So that's how you read it. So exactly 5, that means we're going to look for X is equal to 5, and then the corresponding probability is this number. So I'm just going to copy that and paste it here. Find the probability that 5 or fewer Mexican Americans among the 12 jurors. So in this case, we have X is less than or equal to 5, which means 5 or fewer. And in this case, that means it's the probability of 5 or probability of 4 or probability of 3 or probability of 2 or 1 or 0. Notice how I'm saying or in between these probabilities, which means I'm going to add these probabilities up. So the probability of X is less than or equal to 5 is basically equals to the sum of the probabilities 5 or fewer. So I'm just going to add all of these probabilities up, which is basically the same because all of the other ones are zeros. Now, to answer the last part, you have to go back to the empirical rule. And the empirical rule says 95% of the data lies within 2 standard deviations of the mean, which means 95% is considered the majority and 5% is considered outliers. So if the probability happens to be less than 5%, then I would consider this process to discriminate against Mexican Americans. If the probability is greater than 5%, then the process is not discriminatory. So in this case, we notice the probability of selecting 5 Mexican Americans among the 12 jurors is discriminatory because the probability here is less than 5%. If you multiply that number by 100, this is how you're going to find the percentage, or basically you click on the number and then turn it into a percentage by clicking on the number section and clicking on the percentage. So in order to show like the first digit here, you see it's less than 5% is 0.04%, is in fact less than 0.1%. So definitely this is discriminating against the Mexican Americans in the 12 jurors. So I hope this helps, and if you do have any questions, let me know.